Yeah, it's not the same pose, is it? I realized that. I didn't want to go through the time to fix that just so that it could line up. Screw that. Whatever. These are just my videos. Um, I was watching my friend Sean's videos. Christian Berg. He lives in Sean Osborne on his jet ski. And he's just out there alone on this huge lake, and I think, man, that's pretty awesome. But I'm terrified of, like, for me, that's terrifying. Like, I'll go in a pool now, as long as I got a mask on. But other than that, I know it's embarrassing. It's terrible. But, like, I'm still terrified of water. Like, I couldn't imagine just having a life jacket in the middle of a lake. I mean, I know I could swim my way to shore. But, like, immediately my mind starts racing of all the things that could go wrong. Like, the clip could break and I'm going to drown. Or, like, I don't know. Just anything you can think of. A monster underneath me. I know there's no monsters. Or is there? Anywho, tiny houses. Yeah, I think, honestly, I don't think I could live... I mean, I could. But I wouldn't want to live in anything less than... Well, 20 by 20 is 400 square feet, right? I mean, I could do that easily do 400 square feet. If it was just me and Carol, or Carol and I, sorry, then I would say, yeah, I could do that. You don't need a lot of space. Like, a lot of things, I'm going to link a video at 1 minute and 37 seconds, and shit, it's not going to line up, because I'm going to try to put these together. 1 minute and 37 seconds. 1 minute and 37 seconds. Serenity House link. Sorry about this. There's a guy. He built a 200 square foot house. I mean, he milled the wood himself from wood he found in the forest, trees he found down, stuff he found floating in the river. He floated it onto a flatbed and milled it with a chainsaw and put this whole house together. And he's got woods that everything is either recycled or what's the word for it? Rescued. So all of it's like, he didn't really spend a lot of money on it. Like, it all started from this sink, this brass sink, and it's just beautiful, and it's tarnished, and it's got green a little on it. The patina, is that what that is? I don't know. I could be way off on that. It's a beautiful sink. And so he said he wanted to build something around that, and he also wanted to build, there's these Japanese houses they're bailed, and the huge pitch with a tall or short house usually underneath it. I don't know, they're really neat. He targeted for that. This video is awesome. And I mean, he's got a wood stove that can heat the whole thing with like very minimal logs per day because it's so efficient. He's got solar panels. He's got a well, which is a plus, obviously. If not, I did see another documentary on a small house in Europe somewhere, and I think it was Portugal, and there was a waterfall that came down, a stream, and it went right through their property, so they found a way to stem it into their house so they constantly have cold running water, and then it also powers a generator. So it's like serving like 5 purposes. Like, there's a pool outside. There's one of those infinity pool type deals that they didn't have to do anything for. There's actually a waterfall inside the house that fills up a basin and moves through the house. It reminds me of my world, Thalia. The capital city was built on a waterfall, and the water would come cascading down the back, and it would be collected in these chutes, and you'd have running water throughout the keep. Yeah. Whatever. Fuck you. No, I didn't mean that. I want to apologize for all the times I call you guys bitches too, because I don't mean it. I don't mean it, but like, like my wife does it all the time, and I think it's hilarious. And I think of Dave Chappelle, and I just think bitches, and I just it's so fulfilling to say and to hear, and when it's used properly. Anywho, yeah, so like 400 square feet, but I think I would want something a little bit more permanent. Like, it didn't have to be permanent, but I'd like to have a foundation, like a slab at least. The wise man built his house upon the rock, not on the sand, my friends. So that would be my only thing, is I'd want a slab put down. I'd feel much more secure if a storm came through. But there's one out there that Jen had linked that was a 13-page, like, all these videos from day one deciding to do it or whatever, to, moving in and showing the final tour and stuff. It's a cool house, but that shit would tip right over with a strong wind. I'm telling you. I may be no architect, but I know enough about math and balance and wind and to know that didn't look safe. I was gonna build a deck with those things, the cinder block things that the 4x4 posts sit in. I would never build a house on those things, though. I wouldn't trust them. They probably don't have a long shelf life. And even if they do, even if they know, there's nothing stabilizing it into the earth. Like, that's not how you build a house. Like, living small is fine. You want to build it on a trailer and you hear a tornado's coming, you can get the hell out of there. If you want to throw up a tent in the woods, hey, go for it. But if you're going to build a house, you might as well have a good foundation. And that's what this video has been about tonight. No, it's not at all. But I would love that. I just think I would read more, I would write more, I would draw more, I would start painting. If I didn't have any major bills, if I was collecting most of my power through solar, and, I had a cell phone, maybe. Like, what more do you really need? Like, a nice bedroom and maybe a nice living, kitchen, dining area all in one. I mean, I could do 200 square feet, but I don't want to. I'd like to do like 400. I think that'd be fun, because then you can still have like a messy space for art and stuff like that, and then you can have an office off of that in the living room or something, with an eating area across from it and the cooking area, behind that, and then maybe just like maybe like a little addition for a master bedroom with a bath. You know what I mean? It's awesome. I'd still like to do these, though. But honestly, I just think living like that could be beautiful. Just making music and writing and, like, I don't know, like, sometimes I feel like we need all these things, all these accolades, all these accomplishments, all these, like, things to satisfy us. And not even talking about material possessions. Like, but we need so little. We need, a healthy diet, maybe some exercise, and, creativity. There you go. That sums it up, man. So, living tiny. Look it up. Look at some of these houses. They're beautiful houses. It's crazy. They're so much nicer than my house. My 3,000 square foot house. That's what happens. This one looks like a freaking ranger station. All stone down the bottom. See, that's what I'm talking about. Just do it. Do a Google image search for tiny house plans. Or just tiny houses, tiny homes. Everything is always wood inside, too, and I love the way natural wood looks on the inside of a house. Ugh. I'd love to live in, like, that lodge-type looking place, but I don't know if I could deal with the climate. Not a big fan of cold anymore. I wish I could show you. I guess I could. I could probably record this screen while I'm doing it, but someday. I think someday, it makes way more sense than doing the shit I've been doing my whole life. Like, I finally see, like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Like, when I was younger, I always just figured, I'd retire at 65 and, collect money and travel and do whatever. But, like, clearly that's changing. Our economy, our country as a whole is moving in different directions. I don't know. I'd like to believe that it could get better again, and I think, if we fight for it, we can get that. But other than that, this way of living, like, not paying $400 to $500 a month on an electric bill, or, like, having to pay a double water bill for, $240. It's just like, why am I doing that? Like, so that I can buy stuff I don't really want or need? Like, I mean, besides, like, art supplies and having an internet connection, like, I can play an acoustic guitar. I don't need to have electricity for that. But I'm sure you could. Like, I have this teeny little old Silvertone that Corey gave me. And it's just, I love playing through it. It's so, like, the sound that comes through it reminds me of a younger time in my life or something like that. But I mean, I'd love to have something small like that, and live in a community of this too, like people who are like minded. Like living with Jen and Paul would be awesome. Like Paul plays all kinds of instruments. Jen plays the piano, I believe, and the ukulele now, and so does her daughter. Like, I mean, we could all just sit around and learn ukulele to the best of our ability together and start a ukulele band. Like, or like, I mean, there's so many people that I don't think would do it. Like, I don't know. Maybe he would. Like Corey. I always like try to lure him here, like bribing him if I could. If I had money, I would like be like, dude, I just bought you a mansion here or somewhere in the world. like it's free. It's yours. Just take it. Just move with us. I miss that about home, So yeah. So I mean, living tiny, awesome. Living tiny with friends, even better. Cause like, I don't make friends easily this age. Like, I meet a lot of people at work that I like a lot, and I've become friends. And I've got the D&D crew that I've friended in my band. But that's like maybe 2 handfuls of people. Like, that maybe 10 or 15 people at most, and people I work with. So yeah, let's say 15 or something. But I'm not gonna get into that. I've gotten to that in other videos. I just I guess it's Throwback Thursday. There's your little touch of Throwback Thursday there. So yeah. Think about it. Think about maybe doing that. You could have chickens. You could have eggs. You could have goats, goat milk. You could do all kinds of things. You could have a pond with fish in it. That's living, I think. Let's go on to that real briefly here, because I'm at 11 minutes plus 7. That's 18. And we're getting towards the 20-minute mark. I don't know why I complain about that. Sometimes they're going to be 5 minutes. Sometimes they'll be an hour and 7 minutes. You got to take it as they come. Yeah, the living aspect of it. Like, now, I'm so distracted by everything around me, even if I don't even intend it to be. Like, I'll see a mess, I'll go to clean it, and then I'll find my Kindle and be like, oh shit, I got to plug this in, plug it in. And then I'm like, well, I'm at the computer, I might as well do this. Then before you know it, it's like, you're like, shit, I gotta go do this. I gotta go check on the food that's on the stove. I almost burnt the burgers today. What are you gonna do? Anywho, those distractions are so easy in the day-to-day like this. But like in a day-to-day like that, like, I don't know. Like, you don't care so much about, things, because you don't have things. You're enjoying, like, life and seeing just beautiful sights around you. And if you continue to work while you're doing this, full time, making decent money or whatever, buy another piece of land somewhere and do it there too. And then, like, friends and family that, like, let's say I did one in Massachusetts or New Hampshire, I could be like, hey, if you guys ever want to use it, go ahead. These are the days that we're going to be there, starting this date of that day. You know what I mean? And if we all did that, we all built one where we lived, we could house swap. And we could have one central community wherever we choose to have it. So you have this community of people living and supporting each other. And then you have offshoots where you could start doing it in other places. And it grows, and before you know it, the whole world's just sharing everything. Hey, brothers and sisters, this has been The Road to 40. If you're loving them like I'm loving them, please subscribe. If you know anybody who might be interested in watching these, a coworker, a friend, a family member, someone just as crazy as me, pass it along. Email them, Facebook it, Instagram, I don't know. Tweet it out there. And as always, don't forget to make somebody smile tomorrow. Do your best to make yourself a better person than you were today, and let's make this world spin a little happier together. That's how I feel. I hope you feel the same. So, hey, think about that idea, the whole commune thing, and we'll get back in touch with each other on that one, all right? All right. You guys have a great night. Thanks for always coming back, and I'll see you on the next episode of The Road to 40.